Xenu the Dark Lord, one of the greatest and most attractive characters I ever thought of. He can run, take out enemies with a hydrogen bomb, and best of all, he's black-colored and knows how to handle the females. Speaking of females, the Xenu/Carson extended universe might also be classified as Hot Chick Haven, because there's such a mess of very beautiful and tough women that it will make you love the series even more. And since Xenu's birthday is around the corner, I've been inspired to make a top 10 list of the most beautiful female Xenu characters. Grab yourself a hot dog and a glass of absinthe, and try not to reach the screen, because here we go. Number 10. Try this question on for size. Who races Xenu all the time and wields a powerful spear? Why, it's Frosty Freud, of course. Though more of a cutie than a hottie, you can't deny the fact that she's still attractive. Two things that make her attractive are the fact that she wears a helmet, and one, have you seen 3 big, very smooth arcs of ice sticking out of a person's spear? I haven't, so once again, Frosty Freud's lovely. That is until she gets possessed and starts stabbing people with her spear. Who's at number 9? It's this bug girl from the Dark World, Holy Poly from Carson 7. She arrived at the Glen State House to find treasure from the buried Paladin's fortress below the house. She doesn't do much, except steal evidence and distract the heroes from focusing on the real matter at hand. The real reason she lands at number 9 is that she becomes H.H. Haunted House Xenu's sweetheart, something Xenu needed for a long while. Numero 8. Joseph Sniff's wife, Abigail. She's attractive and the size
of an average human Mormon. What really surprises me about her is that the
leader of the Normans, Big Yum Yum, ends up becoming her rival. Kinda silly, don't you think?
She's another character that does a lot, but in Chapter 10 of The Journey West, she helps Pratami get into the Dark World to fight the Greater Devil
along with Zero and friends. What's number next? 7, of course. Zayt the Demon from Xenu Goes to Jail.
People always root for the good guys, but
sometimes the bad guys steal the show. Her pure evils aren't equal to only Emperor Xenu. She
happens to be the smartest member of Xenu Original's creations. I wonder why she isn't the main character.
Like Xenu the Dark Lord and the Dreadheads, her specialty is using
void to cause chaos and disruption. Its very long and smooth hair extending from her head to her calves, and droopy eyes. Zayt will rock your socks, if only if you could see her take a wing.
Numero 6. I don't know how you say it. Mimi the
Fairy from Xenu Goes to Jail. Named after a mimic, Mimi is the daughter of Queen Marona. She's yet another character that does a lot like beg her mother to stop being so greedy. She also wipes her memories so that Marona doesn't rain terror upon the land. When you're the daughter of a person in the highest power, you need to look your best, and Mimi delivers perfectly. That's why she's number 6.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wanda Royd from the Dread Right Hand. How could you go wrong with a girl that looks like this? She can dread out nearly as much as Xenu, and she went from being a Dread Right Hand member to being a hero. Next to Gloria McGammick looks more humanoid than the other characters. Who could top someone who has long... I actually don't know what that last part says about the tendrils.
This female standing at number 4.
Ikara the Knight. One word, permafrost.
How would you like to have that superpower? I mean, Ikara could play around in the Sahara for hours and she'd be perfectly fine.
Also, the white wings make her look like a Greek craftsman. I really like the fact that her friend is the pyrokinetic Molten Mike.
The combination of ice and fire superpowers make these two a reliable duo. What really lands Ikara in the 4th spot is that her attitude's apparently more different from the other females.
Next up is number 3. What's better than having a female with ice powers? How about a female with ice powers?
And hair. Lizzie Freud, another Xenu exclusive, has that feature. Her older self in the freezer room is just downright hot. Just look at that helmet.
One, two, button my shoe. Gloria McGammick, aka Gloria Xenu. There's a lot to say about this character. She's a reporter for the Dark World Times. Devil's first official romance. She's a reporter for the Dark World Times. The only Xenu that wears clothes. Brave and athletic. The only Xenu that's a reporter for the Dark World Times. The most humanoid Xenu. And is like a daughter to Sednam. In Carson 8, One Night Only. She's a reporter for the Dark World Times. In Carson 8, One Night Only, one actor, the autistic Richard, constantly tries to woo Gloria. but doesn't succeed because he's married. Gloria is also a semi-perfect example of an excellent hero, although there were a couple of times when she really snapped and acted like a lunatic, and scrapped ideas, that is. But overall, Gloria McGammock really stands out amongst the slew of heroes, not just because she's Devil's first official love interest, or because she's the only one who wears clothes, but because in the end, she grew very long hair and teamed up with H.H. Xenu in the future, becoming the new Knights.
Say you've seen an ice-casting angel, a demon, 2 gorgeous knights, and even a superhero. Who could possibly top those kinds of females? Well, get ready, folks. This is the #1 hottest Xenuflesh Carson female character. Xenon the Code Demon. If anyone denies it, how dare you? This woman can teleport, she's as strong as Xeno Original, and is a chaos god, forcing other characters into getting what she wants. Instead of having one arch nemesis, she has 2, Carson and the Ghost of Xeno Original. Being a demon, she's only interested in one thing. Chaos, especially the chaos mods. There actually have been situations where Xenon's cleavage has been exposed that eventually got censored. What a price to pay. I think the best part about this beauty is that she wears 3 different outfits, unlike the other female characters. And who wouldn't want to fly around the landscape and flirt with any male, anytime, anywhere? These 3 traits make Xenon triumph over all the other Xenu/Carson females. My hat goes off to you, Xeno Original. You ought to be proud. There you have it, folks. Those with hot as blah blah blah. Happy birthday. I'll see you later. Here we go. So, what did you think of the list? What do you mean it was terrible? I did what you wanted. It's because I didn't feel confident enough in this stupid bit of a video
To not use the filter the full time.
Do you want me to remake the entire video? Yes, it would actually. Let's do that. Xenu the Dark Lord, one of the greatest and most attractive characters I ever thought of. He can run, take out enemies with a hydrogen bomb, and best of all, he's black-colored and knows how to handle the
Males.
Speaking of
Males.
the Xenu/Carson extended universe might also be classified as hot
Dude.
Hey then, because there's such a mess of very beautiful and tough
Men.
that it will make you love the series even more. And since Xenu's birthday is around the corner, I've been inspired to make a top 10 list of the most beautiful
Male.
Xenu characters. Grab yourself a hot dog and a glass of absinthe, and try not to reach the screen, because here we go. Number 10. Try this question on for size. Who
Rolls.
all the time and wields a powerful
Knife.
Why, it's
Surfles a lot.
of course. Though more of a cutie than a hottie, you can't deny the fact that
He's.
still attractive. 2 things that make
Him.
attractive are the fact that there's a helmet, and one have you seen 3?
Spiders.
I haven't, so once again,
Surfles a lot.
it's lovely. That is until
He's.
possessed and starts stabbing people with...
Knife.
Who's at number 9? It's this
Slug Boy. Slugvester.
from Carson 7.
He.
She arrived at the Glen State House to find
Women.
from the buried Paladin's fortress below the house. She doesn't do
He's.
much, except steal
Hearts.
and distract the heroes from focusing on the real matter at hand. The real reason
He's.
lands of number 9 is that it
He's.
becomes
Harold Milhouse Orange's friend.
something Xenu
Harold
needed for a
Milhouse
long while.
Orange.
Numero 8. Joe says sniffs
Replacement.
big yum. She's attractive and the
Size of an average human Mormon. What really surprises me about Him. is that the
leader of the
Sixists. Of Abigail.
ends up becoming her rival. Kinda silly, don't
Do
you?
you think? She's He's. another character that does a lot, but in chapter
6.
Journey West,
He's.
fight Zero and friends.
What's number next? 7, of course.
The Emperor Xenu.
From Xenu
Builds a snowman.
People always root for the good guys, but sometimes
Sometimes the bad guys steal the show.
He's.
Pure evil's about equal to only Emperor Xenu.
He's.
happens to be the smartest member of Xeno Original's crew.
Foes.
I wonder why she isn't the main.
Foes. Unlike.
Xenu the Dark Lord and the Dreadheads.
He's. Weakness.
He's using Void to cause chaos and disruption. Its very
Bold.
hair extending from her head to her
Yes.
calves and droopy eyes. The Emperor Xenu will rock your socks. If only if you could
Bold.
take a wing.
Wait, don't use that one.
Numero 6. I don't know how you say it.
Devil the Demon.
From Xenu Goes to Jail. Named after a
Devil
He's the
Son. Master Infinite.
Yet another character that does a lot like that
His father.
to stop being so greedy. Also, why
He's
memories that
Master Infinite.
doesn't rain terror upon the land. When you're the
Devil.
of a person in the highest power, you need to look your best, and
Devil.
he delivers perfectly. That's why
Devil.
he's number 6.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He represses. Phineas. Guy. He. Eggly Beggly. Egg-like. Horns.
Molten mind. One word.
Pyrokinesis.
How would you like to have that superpower? I mean, Molten Mind could play around in the
Light counter-dimensional space.
for hours and she'd
He's.
be perfectly fine. I really like the fact that
He's.
friend is the
Cryokinetic Akara.
The combination of ice and fire superpowers make these two a reliable duo. But rarely land Molten Mind. The 4th spot is that of Molten Mind. Attitude's apparently more different from the other males.
Next up is number 3. What's better than having a
Males.
with
Fire.
powers? How about
Males. With fire.
powers?
And hair
Molten Saddam.
has that feature.
One, two, button my shoe.
Boxboy, aka Pandora.
There's a lot to say about this character. She's a
Not.
reporter for the Dark World Times. She's a
Not.
reporter for the Dark World Times. Devil's
Not.
first official romance. She's a
Not.
reporter for the Dark World Times. The only
Not.
Xenu that wears clothes. Brave
Not.
and athletic. The
Not.
only Xenu that was a
Not.
reporter for the Dark World Times.
Not.
Most
Not.
humanoid
Not.
Xenu.
Not.
It's like a daughter to said
Not. Not.
Carson
Not.
one night
Not.
only. She's a reporter for the
Not.
Dark World
Not.
Times.
Not.
In Carson 8, one night only, one actor, the autistic Richard, constantly tries to
Kill Pandora.
but doesn't succeed because
Killed off. Not.
Say you've seen an
Fire.
casting
Minion.
a demon, 2 gorgeous,
Insects.
and even a
Horseman.
who could possibly top those kinds of females?
Males.
Well, get ready, folks. This is the number 1 hottest Xeniflesh Carson female
Males.
character.
The ghost of Xeno Original.
If anyone denies it, how dare you?
what happened? Why aren't you editing anymore?
Well, yeah, and I didn't even try for the first take. I just read off the script verbatim. To be fair, you barely bothered either with the editing. Okay, it's a deal. I'll actually try this time. And I'll call in some special guests to do entries too. Let's do top 10 hottest non-binary Xenu characters. Fine, top 5. Xeno Original. Striving for Xeno originality.
I know this is a bit of a cop-out for number 5, but this person at George Washington University is surprisingly quite attractive, maybe even sexy. Others are only hot in some areas, but this person is hot in every area. I sound like a pervert. That's kind of the theme of this video, so I don't have much of a choice. Now, will I give any clues? Do they play a sport, a musical instrument? Do they build a time machine? I'm gonna keep my cards to myself, hence the ambiguous photos and question marks. But in all of your hearts, you will probably know who they are, as they are the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Their smirk will turn anybody on. Their voice is deep and strong. Their butt is mouth-wrenching. Their body is buffed up in tone. They've always got a rocking boner hanging out. What's not to love? They're fabulous Anonymous. Anonymous is flashy and wonderful. They're the sexiest Xenu character of all time. But really, it could be anyone. So whoever in any dimension attracts you the most, you can just fill them in here. Although there is a real definitive character who's meant to be here, this character is so sexy that I won't include their name over fear of being consumed by lust. Me and Anonymous would be voted the cutest couple in high school. If you know, you know, but they're truly someone I am attracted to. What am I doing with my life? So those are my thoughts. What are yours? Leave a comment below and tell me. Like or dislike this video. Either way works for me. Hop on the Xenu wagon and follow our Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget, the shove into a locker is mightier than the sword.
Kicking off the spookier side of our list is Carson Gets Sexiled at Johns Hopkins University's glitchy heartthrob of horror, Entity 4891SB. On paper, they're just a mass of flickering red, green, and blue pixels. But in practice, they achieve total pixel-perfect perfection. Roaming the sterile hallways of Johns Hopkins Hospital near the Sky Bridge, this corrupted code chunk doesn't just chase you, they pursue you. Their loud, droning ambiance filling your ears like a hypnotic, low-frequency love song. Sure, the relationship gets a bit toxic when they cause your Gamaker Worlds headset to snap into a catastrophic error message, but hey, we've all had flings that left us a little broken. Whether it's the way their jagged, shimmering edges catch the fluorescent light or the sheer confidence with which they glide down the hall, Entity 4891SB proves that beauty isn't in the eye of the beholder, it's in the pixels that haunt your nightmares.
My name is Carson. This is the real Carson recording an entry for the hottest Xenu character. I think Count 1 is so hot. They are a computer scene in the SL Labs area. They are an evil computer in the SL Labs area. I'd love I opened so much I wrote a song. I opened an arcade that I used to be a laptop with an eye. They are so evil and so hot. I wish I could marry the bot. To be robot is what they be. Escape the labs they want to flee. But brave goodbye, Xenu, don't let that happen. I am going to eat a sandwich with this napkin. I like to university, it's really fun. No, that sandwich gave me the runs, but this my room's locked. Oh no, there are not mine own roommate. Open the stupid fucking door.
Number 2, placeholder. Nobody likes seeing big bumblebees, but it could always get worse. In the game, Carson gets sexiled at Rochester. This large bee-like creature makes their first appearance. Honestly, if I saw a bee this big, I would stomp on it until it was a small yellow stain. I don't really know what they're even supposed to be a placeholder for. And honestly, I think the name should be placehold, since that's where their name cuts off. But that's just what I think, it's not official. But I have to admit, I think this bee is kind of hot. Something about the way it's about to eat its own tail really makes me feel chills down my spine. And that black beady eye staring at me makes my heart beat so very fast. Honestly, if I saw that bee outside my house, I would invite it inside. That's called character progression. Number 1's Merchant, obviously. Like, even when I made Xenu 1, I kind of thought of Merchant as being an attractive character. People kind of like the trope of like a morally gray, mischievous character who's secretly kind of soft inside, so that's what I was kind of going with them. Merchant soft, haha. Anyways, a bit of history. Merchant used to be male when I originally made the character for Chronicles of Xenu Remastered Plus. They were also just called The Merchant for a while, but it just got shortened to Merchant on its own. But to me, Merchant kind of seemed like the kind of person who would be uninterested by humans and kind of the concept of binary genders. It kind of seemed like something they're like above. And since they are like biologically genderless, it just makes sense for them to be non-binary. Of course, though, the trader's male in the Journey West, and the planned future incarnation of Merchant that would be like after Xenu 3, named like the Seller or whatever, they would be female, so I guess they're gender fluid actually. So Merchant isn't really physically attractive, but they are attractive personality-wise. I think Merchant's probably the deepest character in Xenu 1, which isn't really saying much. I mean, like, the deepest character in Xenu 2 is like, I don't know, Kane, and he's not even a main character. But I think Xenu 3 will be a really good opportunity to do more with Merchant. Despite what Carson has told me, I think the Journey West cast are really strong and memorable characters. Maybe not as iconic as the Xenu cast, because they haven't been around as long, obviously, but I think they're better written. Xenu 3 will really be an opportunity to flesh out these Xenu characters with my fully developed brain, and make the best game ever, in 2027, because it's not even getting started for a long time. Anyways, that was the top 5 hottest non-binary Xenu characters. So, is the list good? Thank you all for listening to the top 25 hottest Xenu characters, and for being part of this historic Xenu week.